Snobs podcast.
Welcome to the Scene Snobs podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Mixant K. Something or else or other. I can't say it. But Psychopath Billionaire from Spirit Halloween. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're here. I am Mick Manhattan, joined as always by the Honduran hyena himself. And we are doing our Halloween episode. You excited?
Yes. I'm super excited.
Guys, we have a very special episode this year. As you know, we always try to do something fun and different. And this year we are going to do one of our mixtapes. We've been kind of revisiting it over the year and having a lot of fun with it. And we're going to do our Halloween mixtape party. We have great guests with us tonight. And I'm so excited. We're going to bring them on in just a second. But Paul, I want to ask you, man, how you doing, buddy?
Doing great, man.
So
Besides getting hurt in the ring recently, but we're all good.
I cannot wait to get to that. We will our get-ups in just a few seconds once we bring our guests in. But I do want to say, Paul, thank you for joining me, my friend. And I want to say I'm very excited because next week this is actually one of the last 4 lives of the year for the Scene Snobs. So make sure you're joining us. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll announce our next one is going to be our Thanksgiving. Our next one is the election night, then Thanksgiving, then our Christmas special. So if you guys want to catch the Scene Snobs podcast, you can watch it on Tuesdays on YouTube. We will still have new episodes coming out. But I wanted to make that announcement just in case you're looking for the lives every week. But fortunately, we're going to slow it down just a little bit for the rest of the year and plan big for the next year. So make sure you're joining in and week to week following us for all our new episodes recorded. But you can join in the talk over on our Discord by joining our Patreon. And one more announcement I need to make tonight is our Patreon giveaway is going to be announced at 7 p.m. Eastern, Halloween night. That's right. We're going to spin the wheel, and 2 of our lucky Patreon members are going to win either the Beetlejuice popcorn bucket or the souvenir cup. So we are excited for that. So if you want to be a part of it, you can still join up until that time where we spin the wheel. We will add you, but make sure you guys are a part of the Patreon. You got to follow either for free or be a part of the pay. It doesn't matter, but we'll get you into the Discord, talk about it, and get there. So, guys, let's get started because I really want to talk to these wonderful gentlemen who have joined in and dressed up just like the rest of us. Let's kick it off here. The man himself, Smash Hollywood Hogan.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother, I'm here. Oh, yeah. Hollywood's here. I'm here to bring in my championship belt, and I can't wait to talk all things snob with none other than the Psychopath Billionaire and the Honduran hyena. Oh, yeah.
That's right. Hogan's here. And Taker. Welcome, Trevor Stoudemire.
Thank you.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much, as always. Mick, Paul, it's an honor. And I'm very excited to hear everybody's mixtape.
Oh, man, I'm super excited to hear yours, Trevor. I cannot wait. And remember to go check out Trevor over at Ambassador Media and Radio. And next up are a tag team duo that I've always appreciated, and that is the Heart Foundation.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
The Video Store Clerks podcast. How you guys doing? Thank you for joining us, Dave and Chad. Appreciate you coming in here, dressing up, and being a part of it. Tell us about your show a little bit.
That's right. You can check us every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. We are the Video Store Clerks. We are part of the Video Store Clerks podcast, and we will be having a very special Halloween episode tonight as well. So thanks for having us here tonight. And be sure to stay because the party's going to go on. The party's going to go on.
Yeah, baby.
Yes. God, settle down, Anvil. Settle down. We're on the Scene Snobs podcast right now. We're trying to have fun. But just know, any of our opponents out there, anyone in the World Wrestling Federation, just know if you go against the Heart Foundation, you're going against the best. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Get this straight, Bret Hart. We're in Montreal, and when we're there, you get screwed.
Vince, go fuck yourself. One punch, Vince. One punch.
Oh, snap.
Now, one of the prerequisites for this costume contest, you can either be a wrestler known or you can make up a wrestler. And these two gentlemen I wanted to save for last because they made up a tag team that I'm very excited for them to explain, and that is Crocker T and Sturdy Ray. Gentlemen.
I'm going here.
I love this.
They
Welcome,
saved the best for
guys.
last. Yes. You guys probably know our more popular cousins, Booker T, Stevie Ray, Harlem Heat. You know. What happened was they stole. So I'm gonna let the cat out the bag. It's time to let the cat out the bag. They stole our style. They stole everything.
Every damn thing.
That's why we're here and they're where they're at.
And I'm kind of disappointed, you know, with you introducing the greatest tag team. Then you say Hart Foundation. What about Harlem Sleet? Obviously, we're world renowned. We've been throughout the independent circuit, all the way from L.A. to New York. And this is what we get. But just to let you know, Hart Foundation, we coming for y'all, ninjas.
Harlem Sleet, curtain jerkers.
Name the time and place.
If we ever do
you
this
guys, you were
again.
working the dark nights in Baltimore.
I promise you, I would really, really like to bring these original characters back and maybe add some new ones in the mix. Dan always has to be Bogan.
Bogan. I like it, Bogan.
Well, we got to get a sensational Sherry in here for Harlem Sleet.
It's true. That's true. Nah, when she's around, words get thrown out that shouldn't get thrown out, and nobody wants that. And,
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, I wrote that line for Booker T.
Yeah, we call her Fantastic Francine. She's sort of like Sensational Sherry. Sort of. But not quite.
Doesn't show up.
Sensational's pretty damn intense.
I have that costume too. Fantastic Francine.
Nick does an instant switch.
I'm here, boys.
How fitting of Vince McMahon.
Why am I not surprised?
Kind of look like Val Kilmer's cousin.
Listen, I'm a showman, all right? I'm a showman.
You know what I just remembered though, Mick?
What's that?
I actually got a steel chair to the head on your show.
Yes, you did.
Ouch.
And before you finish that story, switch your camera. Switch your mic. Your mic is echoed.
Isn't my mic echoing? I'm sorry.
I think you might be switched. Check it in settings, sir.
Setting it. Yeah, checking.
Don't
No,
worry.
it's the right
I want
one.
to hear this because I remember when that happened, and this is going to be a big buildup. And I'm going to go back and rewatch that episode actually because it was so chaotic, and I'm using it for something. And if nobody knows, Dan shall explain. Why did you get hit with a chair?
Part of the reason I got hit with the chair, we were doing a charity for a dog.
Charity.
Yeah. And every time somebody donated $50 under my name, I ended up getting hit with a chair 5 times, is it, Mick?
First of all, it was more than just a charity for a dog. We made like 40.
Oh, we saved a dog. I'm not saying
We saved the dog and another animal, a cat.
Well, I tried to save the Skeletor was the cat.
Yeah,
I was so hammered trying to. You guys had to walk me through because it was 1 o'clock in the morning. Mick had to walk me through the buttons because I was still tuning in, and at that point. So the other thing I had to do, I had to do an Irish car bomb and get hit with a chair every time somebody donated $50. And I ended up doing 8 car bombs or something, Mick?
Oh man, you were so far gone. So he did that at like 10 o'clock because it was like a all night affair. Like we went long.
Yeah, it was super long. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 16 hours, something like that. It was really long. And we made it, and we made more, and we gave it to another cat. It was a good one. That was our first Casters for a Cause charity event. So Dan goes on with his show, Master Shake's Moderately Entertaining Mixology Minutes. That's right.
Rolls off the tongue.
Rolls right off the tongue. So he's on there, and he does this, right? What he doesn't remember is we have another podcast we have to do on this at like 1 a.m. So we have to get there, and I'm hosting the whole time. So like I just got to go. So I'm gonna need him to fill that void at 1 a.m. when I'm here the whole time. And he's like 8 Irish car bombs in.
I said lycanthropy with a plum, sir.
Legit
I said like
chair shots.
Legit shot from his wife.
Jesus.
my wife, and the first one was weak, and I was like, "What are you weak?" And she turned around, she was like,
Yep. Yep.
I
I'm
just
not.
wanna see just the shots, just the drink and the chair shots. That's all we need.
It was a good time, and it was for a great cause. So
That's
Oh,
great,
my God.
man.
anything for charity. Hey, I'll tell you what. On the next one, I will go through a chair for anybody that donates $50. I will jump from the top of a ladder.
No,
Why?
dude.
100%.
No. See,
No.
see. This is why you need this is where our minority friends step in. No, don't root them out, Paul.
I would. Here's the thing,
Starting
sir,
to sound
I would
like
do
Hulk
that.
Hogan.
I would do that anyway.
I know, but maybe
My
if you were
favorite
about
part is-
25 if you were like in your 20s, early 30s, no offense, I'll say go ahead, but we're all getting up there in age.
that makes me want to do it more, Sturdy.
Nah, Smash Hogan's in his 20s. Leave it alone.
This is one of the
I got this. Hey, next one, Mick. Next one. I'm gonna be outside. I'll set up the kit outside. I'm gonna have my father-in-law come with his outdoor kit because he's a filmography guy. And anybody, I'll if we get a $50 donation,
No.
I will go to the top of my
No.
24-foot ladder
Nope.
and I will go through a
I'll
table.
get my wallet.
I do not want this.
Right.
You got to
That's a
remember.
paycheck.
Anybody with a $50
well, in
donation.
nowadays world, does it really
Sure,
make a
but-
difference
okay,
if somebody
okay.
says on camera? No, not really. So
But Mick knows I'm a man of my word.
I'll say this: if you were to do that,
I'm not asking you to be.
me either. But if you were to do that, instead of doing it for 50, maybe for like the end donation, like the big number. If we get to this big number,
Hey, we get
you might want to
100. We'll get
pre-authorize some
100.
of this stuff with your insurance company.
No, I don't want that.
Bernie, if we get 100, Tim will be there. We get
No.
100, Tim will be there, and I'll go through Tim through the table.
Damn, Dan, I'm not airing that. You're gonna die. Tim's gonna die.
No, we'll do it. We got this.
Paul's like, I'm down.
Yeah.
We got
I'm
this.
so down.
Down is going to be a major part of the equation for a long.
That's
fucking
just a
time.
Honduran cookout. What he just described. I ain't worried about it.
Anything for charity, Mick. Anything for charity.
I want to do dude. I want to do like a 24-hour Casters for a Cause charity event. We get like everybody, and we'll just fucking go all day. And some people could do their shows and back out and go rest, and just like all day, like revolving door, and like we'll do it. And like really dedicate ourselves to it for like that long, right? But I want challenges, like like if one of us leaves, like okay, we got to go and do this as a challenge for every time somebody does it, because we'll have all day to go somewhere if we need to or do something. But I definitely want to challenge Dan to go somewhere he would be so uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Where would that be?
Everywhere.
I don't know. We have to figure it out.
I don't think
Good
it'd be
luck.
anywhere.
There is not a place on this planet that makes me feel uncomfortable.
Oh my god. Something.
P. Diddy prison cell. All right.
He was looking for the baby oil earlier, though. I don't know.
I was gonna oil up because I
thought about that too.
This is how white I am. I put the darkest self tanner on. You guys all know. I told you. I put the darkest self tanner on Sunday, and that's what you get. That's what you get.
What, out in the sun for 2 seconds?
You
Irish
look like
person?
a perfect tortilla to me. I ain't worried about it.
That's too much credit.
Flour, by the way.
I was gonna. If I had thought about it, I did call up people yesterday to go to a spray tanner and get like the Jamaican or whatever.
Hey, man.
And like everybody's like, we need more notice than an hour. And I was like, why? And they're like, because you have to order the stuff for it. And I was like, oh my god, whatever. And so I just rolled with it. But I wanted to be super tan.
I'm sorry, Dan. You're all mutton chops and headbands here. I can't see anything. All right? It's very pale.
I love it.
Oh, dude, this is our Halloween episode. I love it. Thank you all for joining. And we're gonna do a Halloween mixtape episode. We're sharing our mixtapes of Halloween party songs that we would put on there. I do want to say special mention for my son Jack, who helped me. There are 3 songs that are going to get honorable mention that he asked me to add to the list, and that is, of course, Monster Mash by Bobby Boris Pickett, Thriller by Michael Jackson, and Spooky Scary Skeletons by Andrew Gold, who also wrote the theme song to the Golden Girls. And, well, it's his song, and they copied it. But yes, so those are on my list automatically because of him. Thank you, Jack, for that. But I want to get started, and you know what? Who wants to go first? Who's got the stones? Huh?
I think the Heart Foundation.
First
look
with
ready.
what? Are we doing the mixtape first or the movie?
Mixtapes, yeah.
We're gonna do the mixtape first, and we'll save the reviews of Apartment 7A and Rosemary's Baby later.
All right. You just want me to go down my list, the whole list?
Yep,
or
you're going to go through your whole list, each of you,
Right.
and you can one at a time, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, I'll go through the whole list because that'll work. Because 2 of these songs you just mentioned, I got 2 of the 3 Jack had. So props to Jack. You're on the same wavelength as the Hitman, brother. Not everybody can say that. My number 1 was Thriller by Michael Jackson because you gotta have this song at Halloween time. You gotta. It's a staple of the season, no matter what. And like I said, Monster Mash was my other one. Ghostbusters by Ray Parker Jr., another staple of the season. I mean, mine's kind of lame, but whatever.
I like it.
I'm Bret Hart. You can't. I'm the excellence of execution, so you can't deny my playlist, no matter what it is. I was actually going to put 10 covers of my theme song on here. I also put This Is Halloween from The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Excellent.
Nice.
Werewolves London. Oh, and one of my favorite songs of all time, Dream Warriors by Duncan. I love that. I see that poster behind you there, nice. Hollywood. That's one thing we agree on, Hollywood Hogan. But don't think I forgot about that WrestleMania 9 bullshit.
Anyway, I love the callbacks.
A Nightmare on My Street by DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Fun.
Nice.
I don't understand why the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise never got on board with this song. I always liked it as a kid.
It worked so freaking well. Music video having the real Freddy in the music video and all that stuff, it would have been great.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened there, but
Marketing.
Yeah, it was always a cool video when I was a kid.
Let's put it this way: that video is better than the fucking movie that came out with it. Freddy's Dead.
Yeah. Even I'll agree with that. And another staple, one of the most catchy and addictive themes in all of cinema history is the Halloween theme by John Carpenter.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Nice. I love it.
And the song that's been stuck in my head for days ever since I came up with this playlist is Pet Sematary by the Ramones.
Nice.
I forgot about that song and it came up on my feed and I was like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
And there it is. I don't want to
It's
be
an era.
buried in a pet
Cemetery.
And finally, Psycho Killer by the Talking Heads.
Nice. Good list. Good
Thank
list. That's a solid party list right there. Halloween party, solid list right there from Dave in the Hart Foundation, Mr. Bret Hart. Now, Jim, tell us your lists. He's going to drop it like an anvil.
I was waiting.
All right, so I got Haunted House of Rock by Houdini from the 1986 Trick or Treat movie.
Whoa, that's a great
Excellent.
pull.
Some good shit. I also have some like stuff that's not quite Halloween stuff, but they're just on every playlist I ever fucking make. I'm sure you'll figure out which ones they are. Then I got He's Back by Alice Cooper.
Nice.
Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Sembello's Rockin' Till You Drop. Monster Squad.
Of course.
Very nice.
Gotta have that on there. Then I got a mashup of the Beastie Boys and Ray Parker Jr. So it's intergalactic with the Ghostbusters theme back in it.
Yep, I've heard
Best
about that.
mashup ever.
Nah, that's
That's a
dope.
great one.
Nice.
Then I got Willie Hutch the Glow from the Last Dragon soundtrack.
Yes.
Last Dragon's my movie.
Oh, I love that fucking movie so much.
Then I got Ghost Ride It by Mr. Fab. Just a great song. The video's even better. Talks about Patrick Swayze being in Ghost and everything like that. And then
No sequel yet.
you can't have a playlist without Regulate by Warren G.
Love that song.
I love where you're going with this.
Everything I make has that song on it. Then I got Nightmares by King Gordy.
Yo, I love how you said no matter what playlist I'm making, he's like I'm making me and the girl. Orgies going on this shit. Regulate. I don't give a fuck. We're gonna regulate this love making.
And this song's going on every soundtrack I make too, which is Hypnotized by Biggie.
Boom.
That's got to be on there, along with Protect Your Neck by Wu-Tang.
Oh, the Woo.
I respect it though.
Give me some more about Busta Rhymes. It has a Psycho theme song in the background.
Yep.
Then Devil Boy by Tech Nine. And Look What I Did by Tech Nine. With the Flatbush Zombies and Jerry Robinson.
That's very cool. I like that list. That's a solid list for a nice
solid brother.
For a nice June 30th party. No, I'm just kidding. That's a solid list for Halloween. I fucking love that. And I went the same kind of route as you. I was like, you know what? I want to go more movie than I do
spooky
Halloween. Like spooky movie theme, maybe more tied towards movies. They're not like movie themes, but you'll understand when I get there. All right. Thank you, Heart Foundation. I appreciate your list, sirs.
Go to hell.
Which is something that the real psychopath billionaire wouldn't say to them. Let's see, where are we gonna go next? I wanna go the Honduran hyena.
Uh-oh.
He's a big Halloween guy. Mr.
Okay, you guys, I feel like you guys are gonna touch this list of my ass. So you guys ready for this list? Because I don't think you'd come to my party. Trevor might.
I'm
all right. So we're going to start the Halloween party, right? So it's going to be Haunted House by Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs.
Nice. That's my mother-in-law's favorite band.
That's my fucking favorite band too. I love his voice. That shit's good as fuck, bro.
Okay,
Anyway.
my mother-in-law's 73.
Same.
So what?
Like at heart. What's up? Yes.
Okay, I'm 73.
Right. Number 2 is going to be The Mummy by The Naturals.
Nice.
Okay. I think
number
I see
3
a theme here.
Yeah, I go old school with the horror songs because they're the best. Number 3 is Mr. Werewolf by the Cacti's.
Oh wow,
very cool.
It's one of my favorite werewolf songs. You can't have a Halloween party without having the time warp dance on there, so that naturally had to be on there. Crawling King Snake by The Doors. So just kind of an eerie, fun song.
Yeah, that was a cover. I think it was a John Lee Hooker song.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that I didn't know.
I have to
listen to that. Don't take my word 100%, but I know that.
God damn it, Taker, get your shit together.
And then next song is going to be M.E. which is Me by Gary Newman.
Ooh, I love me Gary Newman.
That's like my psycho song. I don't know why. If I'm about to go see Red, that song starts playing in the back of my head. Can't tell you why, but there it is.
Every episode we grow, I feel like I'm going to get murdered one day by Paul.
You're not.
I hope not. Or I'm going to have to hide him or something.
Nah, I'll just go back to Honduras. It's all good.
Oh,
there you go.
Or am I already there? Don't worry about FBI. Anyway, next song is going to be Seance Gone Wrong by Heavy Metal Kings and Vinny Paz. It's kind of
this.
They go with a little like heavy death rap type route, but this one's all like Halloween and it's literally about a seance gone wrong, and it's pretty insane their take on it. Next song is going to be Freaking Out by Death. It's kind of an upbeat song where everyone's just freaking out, just a fun little panic song. I Put a Spell on You by Creedence and Clearwater Revival.
Ooh.
All right.
Yeah, again, another
cover.
Yeah.
But I would say the premiere version of it, although Beth Midler's version might be my favorite of all time.
Ooh,
Nina Simone.
That's tough. See, I don't know. I kind of like Jay. a little bit because I love his voice, his coked out voice a little bit. I don't know. I go back and forth. And then we're going to end the night with House of the Rising Sun, The Animals.
Very nice.
Yeah, nice.
That's a good one.
Good song.
That's my playlist.
I like your list. Honduran hyena.
Very good.
Very nice list. You're hired. All right. I'm going to go to my tag team here. The Harlem Sleet. We're going to start with Crocker T. Crocker T, give me your list, Mr. DJ. I can't wait to hear this one. And I'm hoping you play this list on your show. And I want to plug you real quick on TikTok on Friday nights. Make sure late night you are spending it over there with Troy Hill Talks because he's going to be playing some music and it's going to be fucking awesome.
Well, I appreciate that, dude.
I'm surprised if my kid's watching. I'm sorry.
It's kind of like I'm going for like the Halloween vibe, I guess, like trying to like draw. So it might not specifically be a Halloween song, but it kind of gives me that vibe anyway. So first song would be Just When You Thought It Was Over, Grave Diggers.
Nice.
Torture, The Jacksons.
Good.
Freak Show on the Dance Floor, the Barkays. Somebody's Watching Me, Rockwell.
Yes.
Surprise.
Rockwell.
Thriller.
I've heard that in a while.
Surprise, Thriller, Michael Jackson.
No, that's a great song.
It really
It is the greatest song of all time. So
I just had a theme. That's why I left it off.
No, it's just everything that's tied into that song with the video and just everything, the premiere of it, and the nostalgic heartstring vibes and everything. That song's just a big damn deal. But let's see. I'm your boogeyman, KC and the Sunshine Band. You know, especially for the Scary Movie franchise. That was kind of like their song for a while. Jungle Boogie, Cool in the Gang.
Ooh, nice.
The Boogie Monster, Gnarls Barkley. Dracula's Wedding by Outkast. Freaks Come Out at Night by Houdini.
Nice. Good one.
Superstition by Stevie Wonder.
I was listening to that this morning.
What's that?
I was listening to that this morning.
It's a great song. Midnight by Tribe Called Quest, just inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. My favorite hip hop group. Minds Playing Tricks on Me, Ghetto Boys. Then again, Constant Elevation by the Grave Diggers. That album, 6 Feet Deep, was historic back in the day.
Amazing.
Danger.
Madman.
What's that?
It's a Diary of a Madman.
Yes. Danger by Erykah Badu.
Ooh.
Oh, good song.
I love Erykah Badu.
Yeah, I'm in love with Erykah Badu.
Who isn't?
Fourth Dimension by Kids See Ghosts. Then of course, A Nightmare on My Street, DJ Jazz Jeff, Fresh Prince, and followed by, last but not least, Black Magic by Nas.
Nice.
So it kind of has like a bunch of different peaks and valleys.
Is that off Illmatic?
No, I think Black Magic is off one of his newer CDs, I believe. Well, I mean, one of his newer albums, probably like one out of the last 3 that's come out. They're all produced by like the same guy and everything, so they kind of have that consistency or whatever. But I mean, if you were a Nas fan, you kind of stopped liking Nas. I would suggest listening to his last 3 albums because that's probably closest to the original Nas that we'll ever get again. So, but anyways, that's my list.
He's good live.
Artist either way.
Freaking love it. That was such a great list, man.
I appreciate it.
That was really cool.
Nightmare on My Street was on my list, but then it had to take it off because of the other song I put on my list, which I'll find out when I say it, but I couldn't have it twice. It unbalanced it a little bit. So I can't wait though. I love these lists, but I need to hear the other side. Harlem City. Sturdy Ray.
All right.
What you got for me over there? And remember, everybody, go check out Horrors for Sturdy podcast this Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll be there. Everybody mostly will be there from here. I don't know exactly who's going to be on, but I'm going to say this. It's going to be freaking awesome and epic. And I forget what we're watching, but I got to watch it.
Rippy. I have not seen it yet. There's a kangaroo on the cover. I'm hoping for some crazy Australian shit.
I'm talking about. We need to watch that in the lab. I'm all in. And we're going to be doing that. And go check us out on Popcorn and Pints. We're finishing off the Harry Potter franchise this Saturday night at 9 p.m. It's going to be a great time.
You guys see I'm rocking the blue. Still a Ravenclaw.
I joined up tonight.
But anyway, my list. So, A Nightmare on My Street, like we all have. Thriller. Somebody's Watching Me. The Halloween theme song, because you have to have that. This Is Halloween. Then I always have to get weird and creepy, and I really like this song. Tiptoe Through the Tulips is my shit.
Oh,
Ever since I heard it, what was it in
Tiny Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah. It just works so well in horror movies, especially if it's like a paranormal thing. It just works so great. So freaking great. Followed by the Ghostbusters. And then the Addams Family.
Oh, good.
I Put a Spell on You.
Great song.
Mr. Sandman.
Great song.
Devil's Pie by D'Angelo. Devil's Pie.
Great song.
Wait, can I just? I'm sorry, I don't mean to interject.
Great three.
I would
albums.
love to be at that party. I would love to be at that party where you're like listening to Mr. Sandman, and then you break right into D'Angelo.
Yeah. Listen, but it's not going to go off all smooth and sexy. I'm bringing it back to like a little dark violence with X is Coming For You, DMX.
Okay.
Nice.
It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Which, if you listen to the songs, there is some like horror. Yeah, listen to the hook. Listen to the hook. You get it. And that is my last song, number 13.
I freaking love that list. Great
That is
list.
awesome.
I got to send you that one.
Awesome.
I updated it a little bit.
Yeah, I updated mine from when I sent it earlier. I needed to add a very pivotal movie.
I'll get it to you by tomorrow.
Sweet, sounds good. Because I want them to listen to everybody's list. I love doing that. After this, like just sitting in the lab, just listening. It's so much fun. And I'll be doing that probably the next couple of days while working. So
nice.
But I want to move on to our man, the Taker, the Trevor, the man from Ambassador Radio. Sir, what is your holiday? You're Mr. Music, so I really.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
I went a little bit more mainstream than I normally do.
What the? Hang on.
Trevor, I specifically made my playlist to like equal your energy, man. And
so did I.
Factor T.
Well, okay, so
no, it's great, Trevor. I want to hear it.
Yeah. Okay, so my list, a little bit of background, takes place in somewhere between the early 90s to early 2000 on a college campus at a local club that is having a goth night. Awesome. And the list itself is a slow build to basically a take on Gaspar Noé's Climax, which is word gets out that somebody has been lacing drinks with acid. This leads to
don't take the brown acid,
total,
man.
Is that
total like psychosomatic insanity. So we're going to start the evenings with LA punk greats Jello Biafra and the Dead Kennedys with Halloween. And then we're going to follow that up by going to New York, and we're going to follow it up with the Noise Kings Sonic Youth, taken from, I think, their second album, a track called Halloween. And then we're going to go to a stable, and that is David Bowie's Scary Monsters and the Super Creeps. This leading into a goth anthem, which is Bauhaus's Bela Lugosi's Dead, which leads into a little bit more going on. Around that time, some rumors are, getting in there. So, and that leads to The Birthday Party, Australian noise rock band that featured Nick Cave with Release the Bats. And then we're going to hear music from shock rock legends, punk legends, the Cramps, with The Creature from the Black Leather Lagoon. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I have the Cramps on my
Lux
list,
Interior
too.
puking
I
on
have that. I
stage.
have that on 45. What a great song!
The album it's off of is brilliant. It's just, yeah. If you haven't seen Lux Interior perform, check it out. And then we're going to go to another basic in the goth scene, and that's Susie and the Banshees with Halloween. Then we're going to go a little bit more fringe and some of the cooler goth end with Alien Sex Fiend and Haunted House.
There we
But
go.
things are starting to
30
warm
minutes
up.
out.
People are loosening up. There's
that.
like Sex
Now?
God. And now it's the Gravediggers with Nowhere to Run, Nowhere to
Where to
Hide.
hide.
But this goes wrong very quickly as like total psychosis builds among these people who think they are having a bad trip, and that is Mayhem's Freezing Moon. And that only leads to Cryptopsy dead and dripping. Thank you.
This is unexpected.
Love it.
I can't believe-
I love it. That's Trevor's
That's good
version.
shit.
all right. Time out. Here's
He had
the
a whole
thing.
narrative.
We were
I
all
love
nervous, like oh, man,
Mainstream.
he's gonna go mainstream. He's gonna be like Monster Mash and stuff. That is Trevor's most mainstream list he's ever.
I know.
in his life.
To be-
And
to
then
be
he
fair.
goes, and we're gonna go to the Fringe, and I'm like, you're on the Fringe the entire time. I've heard of those songs, but that's not our mainstream.
Bela Lugosi is Dead is a top 50 song for me. I love
Oh, yeah.
that. Fucking
That's probably the most mainstream on that list, in my opinion. I might be
Yeah,
wrong.
it's awesome though
Maybe
because he can.
It's an
Trevor
amazing
can
list.
Trevor can tell you about these songs that you either never heard of or haven't heard in a long time, and you're like, oh man, I forgot about that song. You go back and check it out, and you're like, yeah, that's the shit.
I love your lists. I cannot wait to listen. I love all the lists, but like
These are all
Trevor,
wonderful.
when you give me a list, I'm like, I'm taking a journey.
Yeah.
I know that. Like there's a story that I'm following here that I have to piece together like a cop that's obsessed with the killer.
Figure out what's going on.
I misheard that. You said cop, right? Okay.
It can work both ways.
It's all this fake hair. I can't hear anything. So
Oh,
Well, you never know with Vince.
That's true.
yeah, true.
Shit could take a turn real quick.
yeah, fine. I'll take your stays. All right. I gotta go with my man over here, the Happy Hogan. Smash. What's your list for Halloween? I'm very excited to hear this one for sure.
I only picked Vinyl I Own.
ooh.
And I specifically went deep in the catacombs, and I didn't just take stuff. I have stuff on my rack, and then I have stuff in the closet. This is half stuff from the closet, half stuff from the rack, because I wanted to try to match Trevor. I really did. So I went full black metal with it, with a little bit of speed metal.
I noticed.
Yeah, full black metal.
You
with
went
a little
first
bit of,
generation too.
Yeah, first gen. This is all, and a few of these I have original pressings of, so I'm pretty proud of them. I start with Her Ghost in the Fog by Cradle of Filth, which has one of the best death metal shrieks ever by a female singer. She shrieks like the secondary singer, the female singer from Cradle of Filth shrieks like nobody else.
Early Filth is amazing.
Oh man, Black Number 1 by Typo Negative, which was one of my favorite songs when I was about 9th or 10th grade. Halloween by Halloween, a band that is highly underrated, by the way, even though it's themed. A Dangerous Meaning by Merciful Fate, which is a band that goes under the radar even in the metal scene, but I think it should be top notch. Blood and Thunder by Mastodon, which is a perfect mid-album song, it crescendos. The Drapery Falls by Opeth, which has one of the best mid sections of any song that's ever been made. Period. Nightmare by Avenged Sevenfold for the speed. I gotta get the speed in there. Creeping Death by Metallica is a good segue away from Avenged Sevenfold into some other deeper tracks like The Witching Hour by Venom.
Yeah,
This is a great band.
Great
Season
album.
of the Witch by Rob Zombie, which is my favorite version of that song, by the way. That's my favorite version of that song, and I know that's blasphemy considering all of the people who have sang that song, but I don't care. I love his version of it. It's so awesome. Diabolical Figures by Graveworm, which even among black metal, so that's an early black metal fan.
Yes,
Right
that
there.
is. Excellent.
But then I end it with one of my favorite black metal bands of all time, Bathory's Enter the Eternal Fire. And it's a perfect fit. I got this whole thing typed up. It's a perfect fit for a Halloween metal playlist because they pioneered black metal with Viking metal, which is something that like goes back and forth. And it's just got this eerie, haunting atmosphere that's ideal for the season. Now, I think that matches your energy a little bit, Trevor. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I love that list.
Yeah.
I thought about it. I thought about it long and hard. I would spin that at a Halloween party I would have. But people might end up either invading the local village or just like leaving. So
I just invade your record collection.
Like you're just on the cusp too, Dan. You're like, I'm going to try and match Trevor. Trevor's out on the fringe. He's riding the ocean. The Kraken's passing him. It's going crazy. Dan, you're out there. Yeah. Yes, I did.
Well, I mean, of the things, it sounded the most entertaining, but
it's
we won't go there. So.
Trevor and I will be the only ones left drinking scotch, which is my favorite kind of party anyway. So.
Oh my God, I love it. Oh, we got so much more to get to. All right, let's go with my list. All right. We're gonna kick things off. You guys know I am the scene snob, so I have to incorporate movies somehow into my Halloween, and I did that with this. And each one, of course, reminds me of different things, and it's different. I want to make sure it's different from a lot of lists. So here we go. Starting off, because this is why Nightmare on My Street is not on it, is because I put Men in Black by Will Smith because it starts off very kooky, very alien-esque, and I love that. I want to do that. So then we're going to kick things off. We're going to go hard with Dragula by Rob Zombie.
Nice. One
of my favorites, and two songs on this list from him. And of course, we have to go with one of my favorite bands of all time. And I love this song. I'm right there with you, Dave. It's been in my head forever. Pet Sematary by the Ramones. Absolutely love the Ramones, and Pet Sematary is a great song. And the next one is a personal one because I wrote a short film based on this song, and it's Legend of Woolly Swamp by Charlie Daniels Band.
Nice.
And it's just a song I really love. Very creepy vibe. I think it's fantastic for the Halloween season. Then we got to go with my 70-year-old guy, Godzilla by Blue Oyster Cult. Got to bring the kaiju in, and I did that especially for you, Trevor. Dead Man's Party by Oingo Boingo, which I will argue is probably one of the best Halloween songs ever.
Underrated band.
I love Oingo Boingo, and you guys mostly know them from Weird Science, their song Weird Science. But Dead Man's Party was actually in Back to School.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I'm Back to School.
Danny
the
Elfman.
First movie I ever saw nude breasts.
Naked? Oh.
Huh.
That's right. Yeah. Yes, titties.
Vince coming out again. There's Vince.
Sorry, Jack.
No, I'm saying it respectfully. That's not Vince saying that. I mean, that's not.
He means it. He means titties with the utmost respect.
With the utmost respect. Yes, titties.
It's all about inflection.
And then I had to go with the Cramps. I went with I Was a Teenage Werewolf. I love that song.
Yeah.
And I love this song. It's so creepy and weird, and the absurdity of it is just wonderful. And it calls back to Young Frankenstein, and that is Putting on the Ritz by Taco.
Nice.
Why not? Because it's just weird, and I love weird. And then we're gonna run right in. We're revving this up to "Living Dead Girl" by Rob Zombie. Boom! I love it. Love it.
Living Dead Girl. Great.
Oh,
Great.
You know, Young
reference to a great Jean Rollin film.
What'd you say?
I think the Young
Jean
Frankenstein
Rollin's
girl
Living
died today.
Huh?
Who?
One at a time.
Did the Young Frankenstein girl die today?
Yeah, Terry Garr.
Yeah.
Yeah. She
Oh my God,
away.
she died today.
Yeah.
Oh,
Early this
rest in
afternoon.
peace, Terry Garr. I didn't know that.
Terry Garr.
And I mean, hey, listen, your movies left an impression. You were fantastic.
Terry Garr was
Mr. Mom, I gotta watch Mr. Mom in honor of her. Oh, I love that movie. Anyway, all right, here we go. Next up, Bark at the Moon by Ozzy. There we go, baby.
Bark at the Moon.
Bark outside.
There's a werewolf song for you, and it's followed up by possibly my favorite Halloween novelty song of all time from Tracy Morgan, Werewolf Bar Mitzvah. If you have not heard it, it's from 30 Rock. There's a full version of it. It's recorded with Tracy Morgan singing it, and Donald Glover plays the voice of the producer in it. It is very funny. It is fantastic.
I'm dying to hear it.
Great.
Same.
I'm just a minute. Because he's almost like Shatner-esque in how he delivers it. Like,
yeah.
It's a werewolf bar mitzvah. Like,
werewolf bar mitzvah. Creepy, scary.
Oh my god.
I love it. It's epic. And if you can watch the video, I urge you to go do that. I love it. So Werewolf Bar Mitzvah, go check it out. And then I'm following up. I'm slowing it up a little bit to make sure we get revved up, though. I Still Believe by Tim Capello from the Lost Boys soundtrack. It's going to get us going. We're going to jam. We're going to hear that sax music, and it's going to make us feel it. That's right. We're going to turn it up, and we're going to go crazy with the last two, and that is Feed My Frankenstein. Alice Cooper, baby. But you
live, that song was awesome, by the way. That was one of my favorite Alice Cooper songs live.
I will tell you right now, but you can't finish it with Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper's great, but you need to really turn it up. Like the man says, turn it all the way up, because you got no chance getting away from The Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden. That's my final song.
R.I.P. Like, was it last week, Trevor?
Yeah, it was last week.
Yeah. Jesus. Why am I picking? What's happening here? I feel bad. Anyway, that's our lists, everybody. Thank you guys for joining in on that. And we're gonna be moving on to in just a few seconds to a review. But I think Trevor, and does anybody else have to go before we start the review tonight?
I'm good.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to do the movies or anything.
Yeah. Okay, so fuck you guys. No, I kid. I want to say thank you guys so much for joining in, dressing up tonight, sharing your list, hanging out,
dressing up.
This is
That's just who Crockett TV. Come on.
This is the way I dress. I'm sorry.
Oh man, you guys are welcome to hang out. You don't have to leave, but we are going to review it real quick and kind of talk some shit. So you guys are welcome to join in. But if anybody has to go, say your piece now, and then we'll go on. Tell them who you are, who you come from, and what you're going to do next.
All right, who wants to go first?
I can go first if you want.
Go for it. Anyway.
Okay, my name's Troy with Troy Hill Talks on TikTok. I have a live show, music, and we got a bunch of different stuff going on. With Sturdy's going to be on this Friday, so we're going to have a few segments and do some music. It's going to be like a traditional it's going to be like a traditional like radio show program.
Oh, cool.
So because I've done radio shows in the past, we're going to try and just get that type of vibe going on TikTok. So it should be a good time. I mean, it's real laid back music. We kind of start back kind of like, all over the place, but then we kind of get to a general vibe, towards the last hour or whatever. So it's a pretty cool experience. It's definitely a vibe. So you guys should check it out. And plus on YouTube, Troy Hill Talks got movie reviews coming out. They'll be talking about nostalgic stuff this week. First time watching Porky sneaking around when I was a kid. So that's going to be a fun story. So looking forward to share that with everybody. So check it out.
Can't do any of that anymore.
No.
What? Oh.
Like Revenge of the Nerds, they're all
modern equivalent of Porky is.
Is your YouTube channel Troy Hill Talks Movies?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Subbing now, sir.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Troy, so much for joining in tonight. We appreciate you. Make sure to go follow and check out Troy. He is awesome.
Appreciate it.
He is great.
I'm going to let you go up next, Trevor, because I just like to torture Sturdy with keeping him longer. So, Trevor, please take it away, my friend.
Well, number one, thank you all as always. It was a privilege and an honor to hang here and, just talk about, our different, takes on playlist. But I produce a radio show, Ambassador Radio. It's been a little bit on hiatus, but we're figuring some things out, and that will hopefully include a podcast or something of that nature. But you can find out information by going to ambassadorradio.org, where you can follow our socials, where we are still very much active. And yeah, thank you all.
Thank you, Trevor. Appreciate you guys. All right, appreciate you guys. I know you guys got to go, so I'll take you out now. Thank you again for joining in. And Sturdy, what's up, man?
Listen,
what you got for me?
What do I got? What?
Thanks for joining in, man. No.
You know what's funny though is he forgets that I'm hosting Thursday and he's gonna be there.
Oh, Sturdy's gonna revenge. The revenge Sturd.
I might buy a fake beard for it.
You should. This was a fun time though. This is definitely a really fun time. Always have a great time. I get a chance to come over here and hang out with Scene Snobs. And Troy Hill Talk, you guys definitely gotta check that out because I have fun every time I go in there. I'm always on there talking shit every single time, and now I'm gonna be on there like on camera live, not just in the comments and stuff. We did some testing a couple weeks ago, and yeah, you guys should definitely come in and check it out. Kind of want to shine some light over there because it is a fun time. Like when he gets in his DJ bag, he gets in his flow, it's dope too. But now going on there and talking some shit and having some fun, starting trouble, it's gonna be even more fun. Now on to myself. Down to Thursdays. Thursdays. Wait, make sure you guys pull up Thursday, 8 o'clock Eastern time for Horror with Sir Sturdy.
I will not do it again, sir, please.
We're going to be talking about a killer kangaroo. I hope. The movie's called Rippy, has a kangaroo on the cover. And having some fun, some Halloween shit. Dress up if you like. I might not.
I believe I will.
And then Saturday, Popcorn and Pints. We're finishing off Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows, parts 1 and 2. Shout out to my Ravenclaw crew out there, all the Ravenclaws.
Slytherin for life, brother.
Gryffindor.
Blue, as you can see. And yeah, that's about it. I ain't got much to say. Check out my TikTok. Check out Sturdy's TikTok. I've been doing movies every day. Besides today, I was pretty busy, but I'm gonna double up tomorrow for you.
Did you finish Resident Evil 7?
No, I haven't been playing. I haven't been gaming in a while, honestly.
Bro,
I haven't been. I get in my weird moods. Like I'll get back to it again.
No,
I'll get back to it again.
No, you won't. You're gonna quit.
I'm in like a.
I'm gonna get a PS5, and you'll be like, I'm never touching it again.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. But yeah,
man.
Horror with Sir Sturdy every Thursday, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Popcorn and Pints every Saturday, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Oh, and before I leave, do not forget me. Do not forget the wonderful movie you get to watch.
Oh no!
On top of the Harry Potter films.
If you say it and rile me up, you have to stay on.
You cannot
leave on a rant.
Okay, I won't say the title. All I'll say is I know that Smash loves the movie. With that said, I'm out of here. Peace.
I love it.
That's son of a gun.
What movie do I love that you hate so bad, Mick?
Think about it. Just give it some thought. Let's just put it this way. I've never been happier to see a fucking horse die.
The Never-Ending Story.
Never-Ending Story is a masterpiece.
It is not a masterpiece.
You don't like the Never-Ending Story? Get the fuck out of here, Mick. Really?
Fuck that movie.
A masterpiece?
Whoa, I wouldn't say a masterpiece. No, I didn't say a masterpiece, but why do you hate it?
He said a masterpiece. I said a masterpiece.
That movie.
Masterpiece. Get out of here. A masterpiece. You're a maniac.
Imaginative.
I can name 7. Willow then is a masterpiece.
It is.
Willow is okay.
Are you fucking kidding?
Mad Mardigan is harsh, but like
what is
Loki? So the kid, the baby in Willow. I went to college with that kid. I'm dead serious. I did. I went to college with the baby from Willow.
I believe that because Dan's stories are always my favorite. The Tom Cruise special.
Tom Cruise.
Tom, man.
I went to college with the baby from Willow, and she was rather promiscuous. That's what I'll say.
Not with Hogan.
No. So she was just in a sorority that was our sister's sorority.
Did you slut shame a baby?
Dude, she was 21 when I knew her. Come on now.
Hey, you just said the baby. We don't know.
Yeah. Say your prayers and take your vitamins, right?
Fucking
Your prayers and your and like in all seriousness, she was she was in our sister's sorority. Okay, she was in her sister's sorority, Alpha Sigma Tau AST, and it just got around a little bit. That's all. Like I didn't
There's
like
nothing wrong with that. That's perfectly okay.
I have no. That's not shame. There's no shame. But I mean,
it's you, baby from Willow. That's all I'm gonna say. That's Jesus.
Listen, it's not our fault you don't like Never Ending Story, Mick.
I fucking don't like Never Ending Story. It's stupid. It's a stupid fucking movie.
Maybe call her the actress from Willow instead of the baby.
I think Sturdy gets me riled up.
That's all.
Sturdy gets me riled up, and then he leaves. Then he fucking leaves.
Like you could like Never Ending Story like every other child from the 80s. I mean,
why? It's stupid.
I hated that movie. Fuck that movie.
I love it. It was traumatic. Right? Yeah,
well,
traumatic. Like it was like when Optimus Prime died. It devastated me, but it made me stronger. Oh, no.
Two out of 5 men disagree. Never Ending Story sucks.
That needs to be a shirt.
Catchy theme.
I didn't even hear Chad's take on it. I just assumed he didn't.
I always wanted a Falcor though.
Fuck yeah!
Oh,
no, I got my dog.
He looks so soft and shit.
I don't need your flying dragon dog thing.
So
I got
my wife and I shared this
You just
story.
sleep on your dog then. Like just
fuck yeah.
I'm out.
My wife and I shared this story. Is this common among your friends? Because we're all like Paul. You're not from the 80s, but like, we're all from the 80s. We both went to the theater thinking it was the Never-Ending Story and it wouldn't end. Do you guys have friends?
I did, and I think that's why I hate it so much. It let me down.
That's why you hate it? Because
it's just a stupid fucking movie.
So the
only reason people are hung up on it is because the cute dragon dog thing and the fucking horse dying. That's the only reason.
It's so imaginative. You're crazy. It's so imaginative.
The Wizard of Oz is magical.
It had a good theme.
It did have a great theme song, right? Great theme song.
It did have a great theme song. In the Stranger Things when they covered it, because in the original it's like, bah.
Dude, we were obsessed with it. When kindergarten, first grade, like we were obsessed with it. So I mean, I'm sorry.
I gotta watch this movie. At least you didn't make me watch Sound of Music. God damn you, Sturdy. If you're
I've never seen The Sound of Music.
Don't save yourself 3 hours and just read their story. Just go to Wikipedia, read the actual family story, and don't watch that movie. And here's the thing.
I love it.
Julie Andrews is a goddamn treasure. Of global proportion. And I love Christopher Plummer. All right? The movie is dog shit and nothing happens for fucking almost 3 hours. And then the Nazis show up and they hide behind a tombstone and then they leave in the last 10 minutes. Nothing happens.
Beautiful movie.
Everything works out. Everything just works out.
Sure
and
does.
It gets to the point where it's interesting and it's like at the end.
Yeah.
Oh God forbid it's fucking Sturdy.
That's what makes it good.
Sturdy. I got it. Like it.
Oh, we got to get on in this review. We got to review.
Let's get on a review. Let's
we're talking about it. Yeah, that's right.
Let's review Apartment 7A, and we are actually going to also be comparing it to Rosemary's Baby, which it is a prequel to that.
Prequel, yeah.
Prequel, sidequel, sort of. So we're going to be reviewing the movie and then kind of comparing the two for Halloween. That's why everybody left, is because they're the whitest horror movies there that exist, and it's a lot of time. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of time. I'm sorry, Paul. Paul watches everything though. Paul watches everything, and he likes white things. Okay.
Paul's over here like.
I was raised by white folk. I guess it makes sense. It's all good.
Folk.
Paul, see, here's the thing. If this was My Cousin Vinny and Paul was in it, Paul's like the guy he shows the pictures of the screen to. Paul's that guy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like the cop in the Chappelle skit that's dancing to Guns N' Roses.
You're not wrong.
Is that really Paul? Is it like that?
That would be. Yeah.
Oh my god.
From the suburbs. I can't help it.
I can't lie, right?
From
There was
the
no
suburbs.
dead end at the end of my street. I had the cul-de-sac. You know what I mean? Like it just went roundabout. You just kept going.
Oh,
Troy
everyone has a
went
story.
going so hard on that. Oh my gosh.
I love that so much.
Oh,
All right,
man.
let's talk about Apartment 7A and get it over with. So this movie is, if you watch Rosemary's Baby, there's a character on it called Terry Gianna Ferraro or whatever her name is, and she dies in that, and she was kind of friendly with Rosemary in the movie, and so this tells her story, how she was a dancer who got injured, and it affected her career, and then she moved in, and she was the unwilling victim for the Antichrist first, as told in Apartment 7A, and then we kind of see what happens to her if you watch Rosemary's Baby or the end of this movie. I will tell you, this is a movie. Before we go around, I usually just say right off the bat, it's very pretty. It's shot really well. Nowhere near as good as Rosemary's Baby. Nowhere near. But by today's standards, for the type of movies that come out, it's not bad. It looks nice. They do the set dress.
So low.
Yeah, it's very low. But this year is very low. Like the top contender is like Late Night with the Devil. You know,
Which is a great movie.
it is a great movie,
yes.
but name more that are on that level from this year.
On the same level.
Yeah.
In a violent nature. What do you mean?
In the Violent Nature is nowhere near that level.
It's close-ish. It's
I mean,
closer
does
than
Romulus count, Mick? Does Romulus count?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean Romulus was good, but I wouldn't put. I thought Late Night was better.
That
If
is
they
wrong.
didn't do that dumb part at the end, I would have been.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm with you there.
But with Apartment 7A, like this is a trend that I'm seeing happen with streaming services, finding IPs that they kind of want to revisit and tack things onto. Like the first Omen came out this year too. And it's awful, and it's awful for the same reasons that this was awful. You're trying to rehash something that was a masterpiece, a true masterpiece, not a smash masterpiece.
Masterpiece. Oh my God.
A masterpiece.
Yes.
Yes. This is why
I've been trying to get you as a that. Masterpiece done.
Masterpiece. I love it. It's so fantastic. But this is a real masterpiece. You know, Polanski, what he did with that movie, and rewatching it, especially with fresh eyes in my 40s, seeing, you know, having had a film career and learning these things, like seeing stuff for the first time, really, and like how well he told that story, even visually. This movie doesn't do any of that. This movie just rehashes a lot of BS and the tropes from the original. Yeah, it's just not good. I'm sorry to, you know, it's not articulate, but it's just not good. What do you guys think about it? Let's go around the horn. Paul, let's start with you, bud.
Oh man. Okay, so this made me feel kind of like how the Omen prequel made me feel. They just should have called it a fucking reboot, because almost all the main shots were just redone.
Yeah.
Just different names. They said it was this is a prequel. No, the fuck it wasn't. You just watched the first one and then you were like,
That's
okay,
exactly
I'm
how
just
I
gonna
felt
change
about it.
3 or 4 things to it and call it a prequel, so people watch it that loved Rosemary's Baby, and they tricked us, and they got probably over half their views were people hoping it was an actual prequel that got disappointed. I watched it once and I was very disappointed, and it's very rare for me to tell people, I wouldn't suggest watching it, but I tell them, unless you want to waste your time, I guess watch this. I'd rather watch Rosemary's Baby again and actually have a great film and a great story than to watch that. So did not enjoy this movie at all.
And before we get to you guys, because I didn't make ratings for you guys, Paul and I, for this episode, we both gave it a 2. Again, the visuals weren't bad. Like, it was shot well. It's just not, it's not experimental like Polanski did in his version. And he was a genius too. I mean, he's a fucking asshole. Don't get me wrong. I'm not praising the man, but he was a genius filmmaker. And it's hard to deny that when you watch his movies. This just hit none of that, but it seemed like a cool concept. That's the thing, that these things are cool concepts that these streaming services are fucking up. Let's just milk as much of the IPs as we can. I'm not getting into another rant. I can't.
Yeah, it's a whole nother.
Shake, what you got for me, man?
This is let's start with 7A before this goes sideways really quickly.
Yeah.
It breaks no new ground. It's a pre-boot, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
It's atmospheric, but it's trying to stand on the shoulders of a movie that's considered legendary. However, I think that Rosemary's Baby is not great. I don't think Roman Polanski is a very good director.
Somebody said it for me. Yes.
I'm so sorry. There's another Mick. Don't.
There's no such thing as hot takes with Dan. It's smash takes.
Don't mix me. Don't mix me. So my problem is this: it's standing on the shoulders of something that's not very tall in the first place, and so I give it 1 star.
How do you watch Chinatown and think like he's a terrible film? You know what?
Sorry. So okay, it's all style and substance. All style and substance. There's no meat and potatoes in anything he does. He thinks he's really, really, really brilliant, but he falls short of anything that a true auteur does. He doesn't actually challenge anything new. Rosemary's Baby is about as challenging as a bowl of cold soup. I'm sorry. It's just
for 1968. He challenged.
It's post Psycho. He didn't do anything new. It's post Psycho. Sorry, nope. I didn't like. He was like, I'm just as good as everybody that came before me. Wrong. No, he didn't like. I'm sorry. He's all style, no substance, no plot, no structure, and if you're standing on that, sorry, 7A, you don't get to stand very tall because you don't challenge anything new either. You don't break any new ground. Like the Rosemary's Baby, I've watched it 6-7 times. I remember being in high school and being so pumped to watch it and falling asleep. And I remember revisiting college, being so pumped to watch it for my film class and falling asleep. My wife really wanted to watch it. And I was like, oh no. And I fell asleep again because it's boring. It's not.
I'm right there with you.
I'm so sorry, Mick. Don't Mick me.
I'm not Mick you, man.
These are classic movies. I know, but I don't care because just because it's old doesn't mean it's great.
That's not why. There are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of movies that are old that I don't think are masterpieces, and there are Roman Polanski movies that I don't think are masterpieces.
You want to know my problem? You know what his actual masterpiece one is?
What?
It's the one where the woman's at. What's the woman? The woman's in the apartment and never leaves it.
Oh, the
Hysteria? Is that what it's called? Hysteria?
No, that's not him. Is it?
I thought it was If it's not Polanski, that's it. So that's my problem. It's not. So people were doing Polanski before him. Dude, you're not special. And the only thing you did was diddle little boys. Congratulations.
No, it was a young lady.
Little girls then.
Little girl.
Like that's it. I don't think you're controversial, dude.
Well, that is.
I'm saying his movies aren't. I don't think his movies are controversial. I watched that and I'm like, listen, the Satanic Panic had been going on for like a while at that point. People were terrified of this stuff. It's the dawn of the new age. And like, dude, come on. You're not special and you're not smart. You think you're brilliant and you're just not. I'm sorry.
Don't get him started on Tarantino.
That's the other. Nope. I'm sorry. I love Tarantino movies, but he thinks he's brilliant. And the problem is none of these guys, all these guys really want to be Kubrick. They really want to be Kubrick really bad. And you're just not.
I think no. So I don't think Spielberg ever tried to be Kubrick until he did AI, and then he realized, no, I'm not.
Like Spielberg, and like one of my favorite Spielberg movies, we've talked about this before. It's the Chase movie, and nobody knows about it.
Which Chase movie? Duel. Yeah.
Like nobody, like they want to celebrate his like Hollywood hits, and honestly, like his Loki stuff is way better.
That's why you like the last part of Jaws, because it's dual. God damn it. Let's move on to the video store clerks.
Sorry, guys. I'm sorry if I stole any thunder. I'm sorry if
you didn't steal thunder. I love that. It's a review.
My problem is just that Roman Polanski has never really grinded my gears, and I think that he's a fart sniffer. And I
need to watch Chinatown. You need to watch Chinatown.
I have. I don't think
you need to watch it again. You need to watch it again and then like it. Go for it. David, Chad, please let us know what you think of these movies.
Well, I was like, okay, we're all friends here, and this is a safe place, but should I be the one to say I don't like this movie? And luckily, Hollywood Hogan got it for me. I haven't seen Rosemary. The last time I saw Rosemary's Baby, it's been a good 30 years. So I was like, okay, it's been a minute. I'll probably have a different, I was 11, 12 or whatever the last time I saw it. Still, and don't give me that crap like the kids say it's a slow burn. A slow burn is just a nice way of saying it's boring. I just if you like this movie, cool. I'm not, that's cool, but it just never connected with me. It just never did. That's all. Apartment 7A, I agree with everything. Paul, I felt the exact same way. This is bullshit. You guys were just trying to remake it, and you changed a couple things here and there in the script and called it a prequel. Bullshit. But the sad thing with Apartment 7A is the performances are really good. Technically, it's really done, but safe and unnecessary.
Yeah,
I think.
You know what? I put it on the same level as like that Pope's Exorcism or the other one that he did. It's just it's safe. Like they play it so safe that it's just so boring. It's like you don't really do much.
Yeah,
and it's just not effective horror.
Diane Wiest was great. I enjoyed her.
She was awesome.
Yeah, it's always cool to see her, and she
nailed the mini part. I thought.
Yeah. She it wasn't too goofy, but it was right what it needed to be. I think. And the young lady that had the lead, I forget the actor's name. I'm sorry.
Julia Garner. And here's the thing about Julia Garner. She's in a ton of shit, and I don't mean to cut you off. I apologize. She's in a ton of stuff I really like. And I like her performances, but I can't tell if she's a good actor or she's like a weird actor and just decides to do weird shit. And she effectively pulls it off. Like it works for those roles. Like I cannot figure it out. I'm choosing to believe she's a good actor. I saw her in a commercial once. Works. So
I bought the shoes. That's all.
But I love all of her performances though. But I liked her in this. I thought she did a great job. And
yeah, me too.
I watched Rosemary's Baby again afterwards for the first time in 25 years. And I was like, oh, their Terry sucks. Her Terry was good.
Yeah, but the bottom line with this movie is if you've seen Rosemary's Baby and then you go and watch this, you know what's going to happen. You know where the direction everything's going. So what was the point?
No point. No point.
So unnecessary would be. And was this even in demand? Was a remake, a sequel, a prequel of Rosemary's Baby ever in demand by anyone ever?
I'm telling you, it's the streaming services are doing this to keep their IPs alive or whatever. I don't know why.
And it's just such a shame
because it's there's such an overabundance of them now. Like every time they want to push a new IP at a certain time of year, it's like there's a fucking prequel or some shit about it, or a sequel, or some weird sidequel.
Or they just acquire the rights and then immediately push it.
No.
And it's just, I guess they didn't want to piss off fans of Rosemary's Baby, but if you're not gonna break any kind of new ground, or you're not gonna add any kind of twist or anything, then I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
For me, it was weird because I haven't watched, like Dave said, we were talking about the other day. I was like, I haven't watched Rosemary's Baby since I was probably in my late teens. I'm 43. I'm like, what the fuck? So then I watched 7A first, and I was like, all right, let's see what happens here. And then I turned on Rosemary's Baby, and it kind of picks off where it ends. And then I watched the whole movie, and I was like, because at first I didn't mind 7A because I totally forgot about Rosemary's Baby. And then I watched Rosemary's Baby, and I was like, this is the same fucking movie I just watched, I feel like, with an extra character.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, and they're both boring. So I was like,
it's I'm like, is it me? Is it my attention span? Am I just in a mood while I'm watching this?
I was like, I think I would have rather spent those 3.5 hours watching Godfather 3.
Honestly, yeah, that's a great point. Like this, it was just a truly boring film, and like I don't know why Paul was like, you gotta watch this so we're gonna
Get the fuck out of here.
He's his favorite movie ever.
Paul's like,
Yeah.
she should get an Oscar for her performance.
Yeah.
Should
have been in theater, I swear to God.
Violent Nature was one of the best movies made this year. So anytime he has advice, just think of that.
Well,
Love you, Paul.
As we kind of wind down, let's go with the mixed movie pick for the week. That's right, everybody. We're doing mixed movie pick. And it is from 1968. And if you haven't guessed it, it's Rosemary's Baby. Now, Dan and Dave and Chad may tell you otherwise, but I say go check out my Snobs Film History classic film review of Rosemary's Baby. Comes out on Halloween. Check it out. I would love for you to go see that. We also did a Discovering Horror. There's a lot of history behind it. We get into it and talk about it. So go back and check those out. Let us know what you think. Dan.
I'm sorry. Like, the biggest thing is just that, like, I post Psycho, it
nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. And I've seen places that had Rosemary's Baby second to The Exorcist. That's the scariest movie of all time.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
Well,
I mean, if you like it, that's cool. I mean, I'm not like I wouldn't trash somebody that did like it.
It's kind of like Salem's Lot's the same way though. Like it's a good movie, but it's still boring and it's 3 hours long.
I love that. So I think a lot of times, and I don't know if it's like and I'm not putting it down by any means, but like I'm not just a horror guy, and I think, and I don't think anybody here is just a horror guy by any means. And I'm not saying that, but I would say, talking to you guys, getting to know you, that the horror genre is the most probably fixated on, right? Between all of us, and I think like being a horror fan and then like seeing movies like this that honestly are on the fringe of horror, for sure. They're right there, and I think it is a horror film.
Fringe.
Yeah, I think it is a horror film, but I definitely get why horror fans, like hardened horror fans, may not like it. And there's other ones like it. Like I do understand why some horror fans don't like The Shining. I don't agree.
Because they're wrong.
As a film fan, right? As a film fan, I think they're completely wrong. As a horror fan, when I was a kid, when I was young, I thought The Shining was boring as fuck. As I've gotten older and older watching it, it's one of the scariest movies I've ever seen. Because I realize what it is. When I'm a kid, you don't really like you. I associate with
as a dad, it probably changes fundamentally for you.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I take on abuse, so it was a whole different scary for me.
Yeah.
That I recognize. But as I grew older, I'm like, that fear of turning into it, like losing your faculties and turning. So like that was so much more psychologically crazy. So like, yes, The Shining goes down. It's one of the best, and it's not fringe, but because it's Kubrick, it sort of is. It's weird.
Weird. It's weird.
But that's why I say it's so different, experimental, and beautiful, and that's what I love about stuff like this. Definitely not even like Polanski's most horror. Like he's done more in-depth horror films in the genre. So
yeah, and I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I would never call it a bad movie. I'm just saying that me personally, it just didn't connect with me. I don't know if it was a product of its time. Did it play on certain fears that were going on in the 60s? I don't know. I don't know the history of the film, but that's just me.
No. Listen, I hate your opinion because I want people to watch my content. No.
Watch it. Decide for yourself.
I definitely get it.
Everybody's different.
I would say if you're a filmmaking fan, and like it does have some great technical work. Sure. So check it out for that reason. But yeah, if you don't like slow burn horror movies, a good gauge is The Innkeepers.
Innkeepers? That's a weird pick.
Because it is a very slow burn movie on purpose, but it's beautiful. I think it's beautifully done. I think Ty West did an amazing job on that movie.
Okay.
But I'm a slow burn guy. So that type of tempo of the story.
I like slow burns, but not in music or in movies. I just like Just gotta
You
burn.
know what I would think the better version of Rosemary's Baby is, and this is going to be such a weird. I'm telling you now, this is going to be a really weird comparison. That Rob Zombie witch movie.
Lords of Salem.
Lords of Salem.
Lords of Salem.
That's a
I
good
think
one.
that's a better version of Rosemary's Baby.
Okay, I did
The other movie that his wife is in.
Oh yeah, like
You're not
I didn't
getting
like
away
I've
from that.
always share, and it's the one that she actually, in my opinion, because like she in Halloween, even though I love his remakes, in Halloween she's so bad, but I actually really like her in Salem. Like I actually like that. And
She annoys me.
is it
I can see
the
that.
pitch on her voice? Is that what it is?
I don't know,
It
just
could
something.
be.
I think it's the whole thing.
Face in the voice. It's just her.
You got a face for radio.
Oh God, please, poor Sherry. We love you, Sherry.
She's
No.
a nice lady though.
I'm sure she's super nice. I wish he would choose better actresses.
Listen, hey, nepotism's a hell of a thing, I guess. I don't know.
No, for sure.
But I want to thank you guys for coming on. I know the Video Store Clerks podcast is coming up at 10 p.m. You're going to want to go check it out. They're doing their Halloween episode. It's going to be so awesome. They always have a great time over there. It's an awesome vibe. If you're not following them, you better be. I want to say thank you guys so much for joining in tonight.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, and joining in and getting in like costume and everything. Thank you.
I'm glad we had a chance to actually come over since our schedules kind of worked out this time.
Yes, and
It's been a while.
now that we won't be as much live, we'll be able to get you guys on more. So that'll be a lot more fun.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Thank you guys so much, and I'm gonna let you guys go, and then we're gonna close out the show. Take care, gentlemen, and remember to go check them
All right.
out.
So cool hanging out with y'all.
Yeah,
Have
man,
a good
appreciate
night.
you.
See you, Neil.
Absolutely. Take care. Guys. All right, Dan, the man. You want me to let you go?
Listen, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Math versus Smash. Tune in. I had a rough weekend, but I think Math did better than me for the first time in a little bit. He had a couple of straight up bets that were better than mine. Tune in if you want some tips for sports betting. We make money every week. Even on a bad week, I still made like $30-40. So tune in. We'll help you make some money in sports betting.
All right. Thank you so much. That's right. Betting Bros right here on the Snobs channel. Go check us out. Make sure to follow, like, subscribe, the whole nine. We appreciate you. Be a part of this. Join up on our Patreon. Follow for free or support in the paid tiers. We always appreciate it. There's perks available. More perks coming, so be aware. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, let's get into it. Again, we're doing our giveaway. If you do join up for your pay tier, you are entered in to win one of these. And we'd love to have you. It's going to be on Halloween night at 7 p.m. Eastern. Join us. And as we spin the wheel, and I will also be on Sturdy's Halloween special that night at 8 p.m. Now, Paul, is there anything you would like to say before we go, sir?
I don't have anything tonight. I guess you guys be safe. Have fun trick-or-treating or trunk-or-treating, whatever you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Live it up. Make a memory.
Damn right. I love it. And wait. You got to finish with your line.
Keep watching, keep listening, keep loving the magic of movies.
Listen,
Especially the never-ending story.
I can't not have it, but I don't like the addition. And thank you guys so much for joining in. Remember to follow us, be a part of it. We love movies. We know you do too. So join the Snob Nation. And thanks again for being a part of our Halloween special. Again, we're going to be live again next week at 7 p.m. Eastern with our election special. It's going to be a lot of fun. Join in with that. We're going to try and get absurd with it. We try to be entertaining at a time where it can be very crazy. So join in. Let's have some fun and talk about it. Until next time, I'm Mick Manhattan from the Scene Snobs. Thank you guys again so much. You are so amazing, Snob Nation. And I will talk to you very, very soon. Remember to be kind, stay classy, and take care of yourselves because that's important. Gentlemen.
As soon as I forgot that you